$1,000K plus going to school. But yeah.
Damn.
Okay.
Damn. Tiff, hold on.
Wait.
Tiff,
Come on now. Don't be mean.
I'm going to need you to stop dragging this man. This is a good man now.
Is he?
Yes.
I can't speak towards that. No, I have no idea. He might be great now. I don't know.
You're dragging him now. Jesus.
I have no idea.
Take your foot off of his neck. Jesus.
You got him in a chokehold.
Really do.
I can't breathe.
Ooh, you made me think about something I never would have gave much thought to, but I had to say 1980s 250,000 easy. The 90s at least 450.
Look at that.
The 2000s I was married and my husband was very, very good to me, so but he didn't have it like in the hundreds of thousands, so I'd say roughly about 900,000.
900.
That's including cars, taking,
I ain't got no cars.
everything.
Okay.
What the fuck is going on? Do you guys not see the problem in that? Can I just... Do you see the problem in it? I'm just going to ask. I'm not even going to share my opinion on it yet. I just want to know, do you see the problem in it?
That's over years, though.
You talking about,
I'm just asking.
Do you know how many years we're talking about in between?
I got you.
And then you have to
a lot of illegal money and
then,
stuff.
And then you have to keep it. And then you got to keep a lot of things into your thought process here. Number one. Number two, you have to keep in mind, just because I mentioned all that money, we didn't talk about all the money that I brought to the table. So like, I'm going to go get her myself. Like, I get, right now, I get it by myself right now. Nobody's funneling, nobody's taking care of anything in particular, all like that. So my point is,
I got it.
But you feel me? But I can get it. I know how to get it if I think I wanted it. You know what I mean? You know why? Because people who I've dated in the past, they always want me back. They always want to see what they can do to make that happen again. But right now, this is my last choice. Like, in other words, when I date whoever I date, we going in for the long haul. So I'm not just taking I'm not just trying to date you just because this ain't no bullshit. I ain't got time to get caught up on your dick and none of that, baby.
None of that.
So I ain't really trying to fuck with you like that.
There's always time to get caught up on
I don't want to. I can't. I want to get caught up, but into the right dick.
Right.
You feel me? Some bad dick can get you caught up. You be like, God damn, I gotta have that bad dick. That dick good. It's fucking, but it's bad for me. I don't want no more bad dick that I think that's good, that feels good, that ain't good.
Here's
that ain't good.
I like that. I like that. On the pimple still skin side of the game.
I need that real.
So listen, I'm trying to bring this to an understanding. Number one of the through lines to this show, how society really corrupts your morals as women. There's millions of dollars of favors that have been handed out in this motherfucker.
I'm telling you.
Not favors. They was just taking care of their woman.
But you know what? And some people, that's how they're living. It's not that you have to ask. This is not a situation. Let me explain to you something about me. I am very, very prideful, so I don't beg for nothing. You feel me? But now somebody offering it and they dating you and they feel like that makes them feel good. You my girl. I want you to be looking good. You know what I mean? Let's go to the mall. Let's get what you want. Let's go shopping. Let's do this, and that. That makes them feel good. I'm not on their head like, what have you done for me lately? No. They want to do something for you lately. Because they're living like that. They're buying everybody else of their life stuff like that. Why would they not look out for their girl? If your dude is living right and he really love you, why would he sit back and be shopping and tell you sit in the car, B? I'm about to go into Louis, B.
Listen.
You stay in the car, B.
I hope you guys are listening to the justification philosophy.
It's the real thing. That's the truth. That's the real. Hey,
but
that
I'm
was
just saying,
game right there.
I'm just saying, look at where we live now.
Right.
Look at the world we live in.
Right.
Look at the condition we're in.
Right.
And all I'm saying is there's a through line here.
Yeah.
What I know about women, and it might not be much, but there's a certain level of comfort and security that is sought.
Right.
Now, I'm about to say something that's gonna be crazy.
Okay.
So y'all know that book I tell y'all to get all the time called Power versus Force.
Mm-hmm.
And in the book, written by David Hawkins, MD, in the book, he says something that I think that's crazy.
What?
When I first read it, it hit me in my spirit in a way that was way out.
Okay.
Now remember this.
Okay.
The dude created something called a consciousness grid,
Right.
a consciousness map. Now, I don't believe white people can do that. But he's white and he's free and he decided to do it. No, but the shit works. It's a real interesting technique, and it's based off of kinesiology,
Oh,
Very real.
Okay.
right? So he does the test, and words will resonate a certain way in your body. Well, in other words, your body is a lie detector.
Yeah.
When the truth is told, the body gets stronger.
Right.
When a lie is told, the body gets weaker. And this is what he predicated his consciousness grid off of.
Okay.
Now, he says love. Now, let's start at the bottom. The bottom of the consciousness grid is like grief.
Oh, yeah, that's hard there.
And he gives it a numerical value, which is 50.
Okay.
Right? From 0 to 50 is grief. What the fuck?
Damn.
Jesus, is it grief or apathy? It's one of those like,
It might be after.
It's like that.
I fucking feel terrible about everybody.
Hilarious.
Right? Now, it goes up to 1,000. When you get to 500, it's at love.
Okay.
That's above love.
Oh, nigga, it gets weird. Like 540
Ecstasy.
is like joy or something. And I was like, wait a minute, Whitey.
Right.
How is love and joy? And nigga, who is that interchangeable? Okay, you're just naming shit now. Okay,
Right.
cool. But according to him, joy resonates higher than love.
Okay.
I could see that.
I just thought that was
Right.
interesting.
Right. That's why I asked.
I'm just saying, with white people, you never know.
Right.
Okay, I don't know. So, but let me get to this point. The motherfucker go on to say, if the devil comes to you with a piece of truth that resonates at over 500 or above, you got to accept it.
Oh.
That kind of fucked with me when I heard that. Like, what?
But truth is truth no matter who it comes from.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the truth.
Exactly.
I mean, it makes complete sense. I mean, it hurts. It feels funky.
It felt weird. He said, if Lucifer came to you,
Yeah.
would it look at the conservative
I'm listening to you.
conservative Christian nun comic.
I just
freak.
rebuke him in the name of Jesus.
No, but if he
Go
came
ahead.
to you with a bomb ass piece of information that vibrated over 500, that calibrated over 500, he said you got to accept it.
Right.
You can accept the truth.
You got to motherfucking accept it. So what happens is I get labeled as the devil
Oh, that's no good.
for bringing a certain kind of truth to you.
Because it's uncomfortable truth.
Right. I'm trying to present something to y'all right now that says women have the power. Oh, here's my consciousness grid right here. Thank you. Look at this shit, man. 20 is shame.
Ooh, yeah.
The vibration of 20, the numerical value 20 is shame. 30 is guilt. 50 is apathy. 75 is grief. 75 is fear. 125 is desire. 150 is anger. 175 is pride. And then 200 is what he calls neutrality or the balance point.
Okay.
Like if you can get to 200, you're a pretty good person.
That's basically
Okay.
like content. Level.
That's your balance, and that's courage, right? Then neutrality is 250. Then willingness is 310. Then acceptance is 350. Then reason or intellect is 400. Then love is 500. Then joy is 540.
Okay.
Then peace is 600. And then enlightenment is 700 to 1,000. And he was saying if you reach 700, 1,000, the energy is so powerful that you could barely stay within your body.
Wow.
I know that's why I'm about to float now. Not for real.
But I can see how joy can be more powerful
So
than love.
let's go back. Because we want to know what women get wrong about relationship. I contend that most women are vibrating under the 200 threshold. Yeah. And it ain't just women, because women will be like, this nigga's the devil. He's trying to come at women. He's trying to... No, I'm not. I'm trying to show you that you, as a manifester, are manifesting fear, are manifesting ego, while at the same time desiring happiness.
With the expectation.
With the nigga that show up. Not knowing that you made this nigga from the clay of your mind. I know that shit hurt. Most women are, tell me, ladies, get to your phone lines right now. The phone lines is quiet as fuck because I'm on your head. I'm sitting on your neck like a motherfucking parakeet, talking in your ear right now. Most women construct their relationships out of shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear, desire, anger, pride. Tell me most women ain't motherfucking building their relationships out of that.
Right.
I don't know very many people, because they say, oh, you going at the women. I'm saying women are the motherfucking manifestors and creators of shit. Mm-hmm. And the shit starts with the quality of materials that you're using. How many women are using motherfucking enlightenment, peace, joy, love, reason, acceptance, willingness, and neutrality? How many women you know are using that to magnetize and experience into their life? This is just on y'all three right now. How many women you know doing it?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. There's a lot of people that aren't, but I mean, I know a lot of people that are. I mean, I think even Peaches can witness, and also that she's been in the car with me, and after the show, I've called a prayer line and actually went to prayer on the prayer line. I'm saying it to say, and there's groups of people across the country on this line, and I get on it for those things, for peace and joy. Like, I'm a very spiritual person. You know what I'm trying to say? So, of course, everyone's not that way. But because I'm on a line, that means I'm on a line with people that are looking for that same thing. Mm-hmm. So they wouldn't be there. So I believe there are people that are looking for it, but overall, I'm sure the point that you're looking for is that a lot of people do not do that. You know what I'm trying to say? It is far in between, but I must say I search for it daily. You know what I mean?
Right. So, and that's dope. That's dope. But most motherfuckers scared.
Oh, yeah.
I know so many fearful women that just want to be loved, that want to be hugged, that want to be accepted, that want to be appreciated, but so goddamn scared and controlling and trying to manipulate and maneuver.
Right. No, you're right.
Come on now.
Right.
I'll say, a lot of women are operating from there, and most of us do at some point, naturally. Like anything new, like at some point you're going to experience fear of, because it's unknown to you. So, but this is what I'll say to that. Mm-hmm. The average person who's operating like maybe at 200 or higher, the difference is really it's the average. I don't think anybody, because of how our society is consistently at 300 or higher, just because of how our society is. But to be able to fluctuate, like how, and that's when I talk about skills or being self-aware, is being able to acknowledge when you're scared and be like, okay, now I need to be courageous. Even though I'm fearful, I'm going to do this in spite of the fear.
So watch me go.
I'm walking with someone in a relationship right now, and I'm like, this shit is funky as fuck, but we're going to do it anyways. Let's do it.
So watch me go back. So watch me go back. Watch me go back. Let me go back to the holographic relationship, which is on its way. It's on its way. Oh, my God, it's on its way. Let me tell you how good this motherfucker is. The motherfucker tried to renegotiate the goddamn contract today because it's so goddamn good.
Ooh. Hey!
It's so motherfucking good right now. I was on the phone for an hour and a half. That's why I just had to pull this topic together. The book is so motherfucking good, they had to renegotiate the contract. We got to do something else. Awesome. Jesus. We got to do something else. This shit gonna be too goddamn big. I need to make sure I'm a part of it.
Hey. Don't forget the little people.
Right.
So watch this.
Hey. I'm mad at that.
Take the consciousness grid from Dr. David R. Hawkins, the lower half of the numeric conscious grid is called force.
Oh.
The higher half is called power.
Okay.
Power versus force. Whenever you're forcing, consciously or unconsciously, you're coming from a center of low vibration.
Right.
Today's topic is, what do women get wrong in relationship? Well, let's start with forcing it.
Oh, that part.
I know you don't want to hear this shit. Let me tell you what a man is.
Okay.
A man is an actor for the most part. And his behaviors are predicated on your fears, i.e. force, or your power, i.e. consciousness. Do you understand that? It's predicated on that. Because let me tell you what you got. You got magic star monkey dust.
Hey.
Right? In between your legs, there's some magic star monkey dust happening.
Yeah.
So off tops, you got a motherfucker performing a certain way.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? In the holographic relationship, this force side of the consciousness grid are societal norms and societal benchmarks. That's the force. You got to fit into these boxes. Society says this is what we're supposed to be doing. This is where we're supposed to be. This is what's supposed to be happening at this time or at that time. That's the force side. But the power side, where you derive power, comes from higher consciousness. So the spiritual aspect of relationship is saying, I'm finna fuck you over.
Oh, damn.
Because I want you to overcome yourself.
Oh, there we go.
To overcome your own bullshit.
So most motherfuckers don't want to get fucked over.
Right.
No.
So they go into fear. Look at fear right here.
Right.
Vibrating at 75
Wow.
out of 1,000.
Wow. That's big.
Look at desire. I just want somebody to love me. I just want somebody to want me. I just want 125.
Wow.
Look at anger. I can't go through that shit again. A motherfucker can't treat me like this because the next time.
Right. That part.
I'm gonna nuff your ass.
Do you understand?
Right.
Do you see? I'm labeling the shit for you right now.
Right.
What was 300?
See. Let me just say, it's easy for us to say, well, not everybody like that.
There's a lot.
No, but see, look at your world.
Right. True.
Look at the world you live in. The world has made you moralists for the most
Right.
part when we talk about women.
Right.
We already know men off tops moralists.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
talking about the spiritual yoni center of the world is now acting like men.
Ooh.
Oh, totally. I hear men tell me all the time that women are too aggressive now sexually.
Let me just say, I don't mind the sexual aggression. Please grab me balls. It's fine.
Yeah, but you might not want that particular woman to grab your balls.
There have been many women who have grabbed my balls
We walked right into this nonsense, didn't we?
that I didn't want to grab my balls, but I didn't fight it.
You know what?
Why, Peaches, did we go there, though? Like, you stepped right in that mess.
Hilarious.
Right
Hook,
in
line,
it.
and sinker.
Right in there. Yep.
Hey, what are you doing? Continue, please. So again,
Hilarious.
I'm trying to bring this to your attention, ladies. You can't be afraid to confront what's wrong with you.
Right.
Right.
See, if you don't confront what's wrong with you, your love life will.
Exactly.
Oh, yes.
Your love life is going to say, oh, you ain't going to do it? You remember how your mama used to say, you're not going to do it? Oh, I'm going to do it then. Now, if I got to do it, it's some hell going to have to be paid.
Right.
You ain't gonna like it.
You ain't going to like it if I got to do it.
Right.
That's what relationships do to y'all.
So true.
You get to run around thinking you this good person when really you not. It's not good to take money. That's dirty. This is what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying. Just follow me.
I feel you.
Remember Grandmama, Big Mama?
Mm-hmm.
You try to buy Big Mama some shit with some dope money. See what happened. Remember Big Mama asked? Big Mama will ask you, where this come from?
Or shoes.
I don't
Some
know.
big mamas be having a list. Where you going today, boy?
I know.
Can you pick up these
But that's a different kind of Big Mama.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
because my
You
big
right.
mama would
But
like you.
we
Yeah,
talking
my big mama
we
wasn't taking
we
that
talking
either.
about the woman of morals.
Oh, you
Now,
right.
my great grandmama would have been like
That's
that.
we're talking about a woman of moral fiber, of higher standard.
But you know what? you know what Mr. Dean always tells me? You met Mr. Dean. He 89 years old. He told me, you find an honest man, you find a broke one. He said his daddy told him that. He 86 years old. I said, what? Remember Mr.
But
Dean?
that's real talk. Listen, that's real talk.
That's what he told me.
Right.
He said his daddy told him that.
That's Black Panther.
Yeah.
But
What did Black Panther's daddy say to him on an ancestral
It's
realm?
hard. What did he say? He said something
About
regards to
what is-
an honorable. It's hard to be an honorable man and a good man.
Or a
something
king
like
and it's hard to be a king
man
and
and a king.
a good man and a king.
Yeah,
Right.
It's true.
because
See-
sometimes you have to make ugly decisions when you're in
this
power.
This goes back to
Right.
Krishnamurti. It is no measure of health to be fully integrated into a sick society. You know how many of our sisters have integrated into a sick society?
Right.
Right.
You
A
know
whole lot.
why? You know why it's easy to integrate into a sick society? Because women want security.
Yes.
And if your men have been stripped of the ability to provide security for you, it's natural for the sister to look at him like, you ain't shit. You ain't even a man.
Right. And I think it's also bad because people have other people talking to them. First of all, when women are growing up, their parents are always saying, go to school, live where you don't need a man. First of all, that's what people teach their young girls.
Yeah, don't
You know what I
depend
mean?
on a
Don't
man.
depend on a man. Don't let a man buy you. You're
This
not.
is
You're
big.
not for
Mimi,
sale.
this is
So-
big. Come, say more. This is really big right here, what you're about to say.
So,
This is a philosophy. This is what women get wrong about men. Say more.
but this is what fathers or mothers want for their children. They say, I want you to go to school. I want you to get an education. Don't want you to go ahead and ask for things from other people. I want you to be a leader, not a follower, that type of thing. But I think what happens is because it's set up that way. And then when a woman meets a nice young man, or maybe he's not nice, the parent might tell him, hey, I don't like him, or something bad about
Right.
him. He's not on your level. Your uncles, the daddies might even go try to holler at him about it. I mean, that's how serious it is. This is something that's from back in the day. You know, it's prom time. You trying to see who the prom date is. It's a problem. These are problems. So I think that it's kind of set up this way. And because the young lady's been taught this all her life, her friends everyone's gauging what their boyfriend is doing, what someone is doing, blah, blah, blah. I think it's made a society where this is the way people live. Not every person. I'm not saying all. I'm just saying overall, everyone is taught to look for the best. And maybe sometimes it's bad because now they're having high expectations in a world that those expectations can't be met.
Wow, man, Mimi. Tone Talk says, he's in the chat room. He says, Mimi, those are black mothers, not white ones, because they're different. You know, they got difference.
Oh no, I agree, and I'm not saying every household is the same, but I'm just saying when you talk about, I'm talking about even fathers when they have young daughters, they are always telling their daughters to not date beneath them, or don't date the boy next door, or they don't like them on their first date, the prom, all that stuff. Men don't primarily, if it's a father in your life, he does not really want to see you around the knucklehead little boys. So to call it.
Here's another
The gang
heater.
member.
Well, I could speak to that too.
Yeah,
We can come back to it. Though.
here's another heater. What women get wrong about relationships dash talk. Zoe Williams is here slapping niggas upside the dome piece on their
Yes,
way
he
home
is.
from Jones Beach. I just got this. Here's a piece that this sister sent me. I don't know what truly makes me happy in life, but I have an unrealistic expectation that the man I'm with will know how to make me happy.
Ooh,
What women get wrong.
that's real right there.
I know you motherfuckers don't like to be put out on Front Street, but I'm gonna put you out on Front Street because you got too much goddamn power and you got self-amnesia.
Real time.
I know. This shit is uncomfortable.
Well, that goes back to that. I've referenced this a lot in the last few weeks, but it's like very true in regards like the Will Smith and Jada thing where he said, I'm going to stop trying to make you happy. we're going to go both make ourselves happy and bring our happy selves together. That's one thing our society has taught mainly women, but men and women, is that your partner's supposed to fulfill you. No. You're supposed to fulfill yourself, and your partner, this is a complementary relationship. You're supposed to relate. They're not supposed to actually complete you. That's where specifically like biblical texts can be taken highly out of context when people don't understand what that really means. You're supposed to complement each other, not complete each other. There's a difference.
Oh, shit.
Right.
Yeah, you understand? Let me tell you how compliment work. You got a street taco.
Hey.
That shit ain't fully complimented correctly unless you got lime juice.
Oh,
Right.
yes.
Right.
Nigga, I'm a taco on my own.
Right.
But you come with the lime juice, bitch?
Right.
Hey, we out of here. Oh, I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, we turned up right now.
All the way.
When there is no wealth, the yoni runs wild. Tone Talks.
Runs wild.
I'm gonna need him to elaborate. What do you mean?
What do you mean by
Now
wild?
they said runs wild.
Let me say it another way. When there is no wealth,
Okay.
the yoni becomes a business. Oh, I know.
Oh, well, I'm just going to say this. If I'm really in love and you hitting the bottom of this thing, baby, we're going to figure out how to get you some wealth. We're going to figure this shit out. 'Cause I love that thing. It can't leave this here. Oh, give it to me.
Mimi,
What?
I'm going to need you to stop talking like that. Okay?
I'm just keeping it one. Like if it's bomb.com and that's who you loving,
damn,
you about to
shit.
help put him back on the map. If the map is here and he over there, you're going to help get him back into the map.
Mimi,
Now, if he...
stop talking.
Okay.
Fuck. Can't just say no shit like, get a mic to Phil.
Well, go ahead, Phil.
Phil, how did that make you feel hearing that shit, my nigga?
Made him want to hit the bottom and get that wealth, girl.
Right. That
Man,
part.
you already know. You already know, so.
Mimi talking about the bottom and shit, like it,
From the bottom to the top. The top
is
to
going
the bottom.
Phil, what are we supposed to do in here with all of this?
Yeah, Phil.
The sky isn't the limit. I don't know.
Phil about that life, my nigga.
Man, you about to try.
Richmond, stand up.
You feel me?
Oh, Lord, help.
Oh, man. Here's another point that women get wrong about men, about
Okay.
relating. I have a low tolerance for people that don't push themselves to the next level of growth when it is actually a reflection for my own complacency I've allowed in my own life. Oh, shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. It's you have no tolerance for a motherfucker who is as complacent as you.
Yep.
You are not as proficient in the go-getterism
As you think you are.
as you think you are, but yet you can judge. Ladies, I'm here to talk to you. I'm going to take a quick break. I know you've been punched in the jejunum for an hour and 20 minutes. I know your jejunum is sore right now. I know. I know it hurts. I'm going to take a quick break so you can readjust your jejunum.
Adjust it.
Adjust your uterus.
Oh, shit.
I know it's tilted. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, I'm going to the phone lines. The number to dial is 323-230-4610. You're listening to the Voice of Reason on Dash Talk. I want to hear from you. Please share, right, what women get wrong about relating. If y'all could fix it, because you hear it all the time. You want to change the world?
Mm-hmm.
Change yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
If women changed,
It's on my profile right now.
here women do, well, I got to change.
said changing lives, starting with my own. That's on my profile right now.
Yo, shit. If women raise the level of consciousness with which they interface with the average man, it's just their whole world would change. The number to dial, 323-230-4610. We'll be back in 2.2, the voice of reason, Dash Talk. I'm Zoe Williams, the voice of reason. If your relationship is in trouble, I'm the dude to call.
Hey, you are now tuned in to the voice of reason. The big hummus house is your host this evening. Zoe Williams, man of many topics. Talk about everything, ain't nothing out of pocket. Religion and music to maximizing profit. How to tell if your relationship is toxic. If you're on the wrong path, we can stop it. Knowledge is like the beat and we drop it. So tune in and get you some wisdom from square guests to niggas that's just out of prison. So whether you're saint, sinner, or heathen, get you some grown game from the voice of reason.
This is Dash Talk,
the spot where you're limiting beliefs.
Get bitch slapped.
Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason is in here, bitch slapping your limiting beliefs. Only on Dash Talk. And this is a show that stars you. And it's not that far from you, bitches. Yeah. Hey, listen. I'm making the point, and I hope I'm not belaboring the point, but I feel like I got to.
Okay.
You live in a sick society,
Right.
which siphons your morals. Right? Can we just be honest? It's a fight to stay moral.
Man.
Just turn that track down, bro. It's a fight to stay moral,
I know.
right? It's a fight to stay integrous. Yes?
Yes.
Let's get it right.
Fight to keep this pussy to myself.
It's a fight, right? So watch this. So watch this.
Hilarious.
So watch this. As you get older, as you get hurt, as you accumulate all of these, you think they're fucked up experiences, but what they actually are textbooks,
Yes.
spiritual textbooks
Right.
with lessons that you're supposed to overcome. Now you're faced with a choice.
Uh-oh.
Am I going to do, you hear that little gnawing every time you do something that lacks integrity? You hear it, you feel it in your spirit to be like,
Yes.
Yeah.
you know
The
you
Holy
owe a day's
Oh,
work
yeah.
to the devil for the shit you just did. Right? This is men and women. But a lot of times men get painted in the media as the cheater, as the liar, as the relationship usurper. But But what about the women who have a limiting belief that says there are not enough good men out there, so I'm justified in taking hers?
Oh, we going there now.
Because listen, relationships, listen. Men can't be the only villains in the relationship dance.
Right.
So we have to deal. We got enough shit out there about men being horrible.
Right.
But I'm telling you, the more integrated a woman's spirit is into a sick society, the more depraved she becomes.
Right.
How many women you know will tell herself what his wife don't know won't hurt her?
Wow.
There are women out there who say that.
Right.
There's women out there who say when fucking with another woman's man, it's purely physical and nothing else.
Yeah, I'm trying to justify it.
I know better than to be attached. He'll leave his wife for me when he's ready.
Oh, don't tell yourself that now, bitch. You've been gone.
I'm just saying. No. See, again, I'm trying to come back to y'all to say what women get wrong about relationship.
Yeah.
And women seem to not want to have a real motherfucking conversation.
Yeah.
Gotta own up to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the phone lines are open. 323-230-4610. Caller, you're on the air. What's your name and where you calling from? Speak on it. Turn your entire spirit down. Turn your spirit down. Is that your living room or your spirit? Turn it down. Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hi, my name is Kenya. I'm calling from Brooklyn, New York.
What up, Kenya from Brooklyn, New York?
Hey,
What up?
okay.
Hi, guys. How's everyone?
We in here chilling. What's the
great.
word?
Nothing. So I'm just listening in, and I'm just, like, thinking about, I know, like, myself and a lot of fellow women from Brooklyn are very much so, like, I'd rather, like, restart a relationship, hit reset, and, like, break up with the guy, and then, like, start it all over again with the lessons that I've learned from the relationship, opposed to working on the relationship and the lessons that I'm learning through it.
I like it. I like it. Say more. Say more. Is it working on the relationship or working on yourself within the relationship?
Working on myself within the relationship, because from one of the shows I was listening to previously, I was like, there are things that I'm doing that are ruining my relationships. Let me, like, reflect within myself and not within someone else.
Right.
And, like, name what those are.
Can you name them now?
Yeah, I can name them.
Please deliver them unto us. You got that man back there listening to Truth Time. There we go.
My boyfriend's in the background. He says,
That's right. Give it up, homeboy.
I know. So, I'm a Libra, 23rd of September.
Oh, okay. Got
Pretty awesome that way.
Right.
But, so one of the things is I'm emotionalist. Like, I really do not, like acknowledge emotion very well.
You're a Stepford wife?
Yeah, I am.
A
Because I
fembot?
also strive for perfection.
Hiding behind false strength. Go deeper.
Yes.
Yes.
Because it's like, oh, well, nothing's wrong with me whatsoever. I can do it all. And it's like, I'm very, very tired. I cannot do any of this. But I won't tell anybody this. I'll just keep doing it until I get very upset about it.
Say more. Deeper. Reveal more. Deeper.
Okay. All right. So the biggest thing that's really gotten in the way of my relationships is that I'm very eager to follow because I can't make my decisions myself, like right from the get-go. So I lean on others to, like, give me advice, and I just go with their advice, and their advice is not the best advice.
But now you have a scapegoat.
Right. Listening to the wrong people.
Now you got a justification for pulling the ripcord. Yes. I like it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think that a lot of people, like, within society are very much like, yes, girl power, go for it. You do what you need to do. And it's like, but the thing that you need to do, the thing you're doing is the wrong thing to do.
So how does your man, let me do it another way. What lessons is your man reflecting back to you? Life lessons, spirit lessons, self lessons. What lessons are coming up in this relationship? Let's go.
Acknowledgement that I'm wrong.
Ooh. Jeez. will you talk about your controlling nature just a little bit, please? Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to add to that.
You know what?
Yeah.
It's all good. No, I have to like be like, hold on, I'm walling him right now. I'm not listening to him when he's telling me that I'm wrong. I'm like, I'm putting up this, oh, well, because of the way he's telling me I'm wrong, or because of, I don't want to admit right now that I'm the one I don't want to think about my faults right now. I'm not all with it. I'm not really like listening.
Wow.
So
You just disconnect. You turn your ears off.
yeah.
Human earbuds.
I turn my mind off.
Turn her mind off. Jesus.
Wow. She just tunes him all the
So
way out.
these are the reflections that are coming from your partner.
Yeah.
How many of those classes are you currently enrolled in? And how many of those classes are on hold?
Right.
Right.
There's a lot to work on. There's a lot of classes I still got to take.
Wow.
Like, I'm only, 28 years old. The
Oh,
relationship's
you're young.
3 years in. I'm young. I know I'm young. I'm an old one, but I'm young. I know I
Yeah,
am.
you got that old Lola Falana voice.
Oh my God.
No, but that's good. That's good. I'm glad you're sharing. I'm glad you're revealing. But let me just tell you, that's what this relationship is about. It's about the revelation of self. Relationship is the university of you. The only way you can overcome yourself is to graduate. How do you graduate? Is through acceptance. Acceptance of what? Acceptance of the reflections that's coming from this nigga that's sitting on the couch giggling.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, 5150, nigga. Okay.
You can hear it. You can hear it. You already know.
Hilarious.
We back here turned up. That's all right.
Yes.
But listen, the moment you overcome yourself, you will be able to taste what true freedom is.
Exactly.
See, where there is a lack of freedom, there is a lack of understanding. Where there's a lack of understanding, I'm telling you right now, you cannot access love.
No, I know.
You can only
I know
access
I'm right.
control. You can only access fear. You can only access ego. You can only access the lower level of the consciousness grid.
Yeah.
That's it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It does. I gotta let go.
All right. Hey, nigga, keep delivering lessons, nigga. Keep pushing her, nigga.
Yes.
Keep pushing him, girl.
Listen, this ain't her against him now.
They're in collaboration.
She called for her
We're
work, nigga.
collaborating together. We doing this. We growing together.
Next time, let him call in. We get in his ass. Well,
Pushing hard.
Oh, Lord.
He sound like he pushing hard too, girl.
yeah, this nigga.
Yeah.
He got his palm in the middle of
sound
your
like he
back
day
right
drinking.
now.
This relationship
Sound like
is
he day drinking. He day drinking.
this
Okay.
relationship is probably a stepping stone. But let me just. Okay, never mind. That's another conversation. Okay, thank you for the call. We appreciate you for Brooklyn it out. Is this Brooklyn or Bronx?
This is
Brooklyn.
Bronx. Ew, no,
Did
this
you
is
say
Brooklyn.
Bronx?
Don't ever
That's
Bronx. It's
BK
all
all
New York.
day.
It's all New York. Jesus.
It's all New York. It's all love.
All right.
But I can't do that commute. I don't drive.
She's not from.
All right. Thank you
she
for the
from
call. We
Bronx.
appreciate it.
Thank you guys. Appreciate you listening and looking out. Have a
All
good one.
right.
These are the type of women I want to hear from tonight for the remainder of the show.
Right.
Truth seekers, truth tellers. So many people just afraid to open up and lay it out there. Do you know you will experience freedom? You don't want freedom. You want security.
Can we have both, though? Question.
No.
Freedom and
Explain.
security.
No.
Why
Explain.
not?
Be secure in freedom.
Ooh, okay.
Do you see that? Be secure in freedom.
Right.
Freedom is flow.
Right.
So watch how I do it another
And
way.
flow can't be secure.
Do you understand? What
No,
it's
it
not
has to be-
flowing by definition if it's
It
secured.
has to be fluid.
Yeah, okay. I got it. I got it.
You want the farm raised fish.
Hey, ain't
Bruce Lee
nobody
says that
wants
best.
that. Don't eat that garbage.
God damn.
Bruce
Listen, back to the power versus force grid.
Yeah.
The higher consciousness starts at 250. Right?
Mm-hmm.
250. Neutrality. 310, willingness. 350 acceptance, 400 reason, right? 500 love, 540 joy, 600 peace, 700 to 1,000 enlightenment. Peep game, peep game. I'd say this in the holographic relationship. The spiritual aspect of relationship is non-linear.
Yeah.
So the force side is connected to society. If I have these things, if we have these things, if we've done this, if we've built this, if we've done, you get what I'm saying? Then we're good. No. You in school, my nigga.
Right.
You in class. You have to transcend the security that doing what a sick society says to do and achieving what a sick society says to achieve brings. It brings a certain level of security where you go, we doing all right, everything cool. How many relationships just melt like a motherfucking ice cube on a hot ass day in Chicago when the money get low?
Huh.
A lot.
Liquid water.
You've given an illusion power over the reality of what you are. I'm just saying. Is this too much? Is this too heavy of a show?
No, it's real.
What women
Yeah, it's
get,
right on time for me, so shit.
what women get wrong about relating? You have so much power. You are a manifester. You manifest by nature.
Right.
Women see what you do and go, well, goddamn, this is a jar. But not by far. Let me get behind this motherfucker and push in this direction. And the next thing you know, all types of shit is flowing through this nigga. But it ain't real if you have an ulterior motive behind your push.
That part.
If your push comes from a place of fear, if your push comes from a place of recompense.
Ooh.
I know. Callers, get on the phone. Caller, welcome to the Voice of Reason. You're on the line. Turn your spirit down. Turn your spirit room is loud. Speak on it, pimp. You're on the line with us. What's up?
Hello?
Hello.
Hey.
Oh, yeah. This is Darnell out that Tuscaloosa area.
Darnell out of Tuscaloosa. What's
Hey,
up,
Darnell.
man?
What up, y'all?
What you got for us tonight, man?
First, I want to say that caller, whoever that lady was, I'd probably shoot myself if I was in a relationship with her.
Damn. Why?
Disrespectful. Okay.
Okay, well, just tell us how you really feel about her.
But to speak on the topic, I think the number one problem with women, with me, is I think possessiveness. Like women, they don't know how to handle another woman loving you equal or greater as they love is for you. That's where that possessiveness kick in and it get out of control.
They can't handle your pimping?
They can't handle your other girlfriend?
All right. Well, okay.
Like, is he a polygamist and his wives is like
He's saying
jealous of each other? Please explain more, Darnell.
Please.
Explain more. What you explain? What?
Well, you said women's
About
problem in
possessiveness?
your life is that they don't know how to basically share you. So why is they
No,
sharing
I'm not
you?
talking about. No. I'm not talking about as far as like a woman I'm in relationship with. I have, one woman, but I'm talking about as far as other women. If I'm out, you get what I'm saying? Like, they can't handle other women having a greater love for me or equal love for me.
Being attracted to you?
Exactly.
So your girl is jealous, is what you're saying.
This nigga low key said he was fine.
No. I'm not talking about my girl. I'm talking about other women. I was saying the topic is name some women go wrong in relationships, and I was saying like possessiveness. Possessiveness is, to me, is the number one thing where women go wrong.
Darnell, I'm gonna help you out. So what you saying is, you mad because other women get jealous because bitches be attracted to you when you out there. They just be like, "Hey, Darnell, oh my God, you're so fine," and your woman get mad.
No, you're not listening.
No, he said he's just giving an example based on the topic, right, Darnell?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, we get you.
Okay.
Right, and Mimi, I gotta say something to Mimi.
Yes.
Yeah, Mimi, I was listening to what you were saying. I hate to hear you sound like you were scared. I heard you say this about 3-4 times on the show. You were saying like you and you gonna get hooked on him or something like that. It sounds like fear.
It's not fear. It's just that, I know I got the bomb, right? And if I run up on somebody that got the bomb and they not really right, and I haven't had it in a while, I might get sprung. So I prefer to wait until somebody I think I might have a real relationship with.
Right, but that sounds like you're scared, though.
Oh, I ain't scared of nothing.
Like to me, and as much as I like you, Mimi, but I feel like if
I
the
knew
way
it
you
was
think
coming.
like that,
Darnell,
we'll bump heads because I already know you lying right off the top because you're scared.
No, what it is Darnell, I'm not scared, but I don't want to make a bad choice. Number one.
That's
and
scared.
number
That's being scared. Like you gotta, how you go?
I can't let my coochie make a decision for me. My brain has to step in first.
All right, Darnell.
Right, but you gotta.
Darnell, hold on,
About
Darnell.
to get the gong, Darnell. Watch
Darnell,
out.
you close to getting the gong right now. I want you to be able to make this point in the next 10 seconds, my nigga. You just make the point, and then we gotta let you go.
Okay, but Mimi, you gotta understand that as intelligent as you is, sometimes you gotta be an evangelist. Well, you gotta turn a person into an evangelist. You too intelligent to be scared. A lot of times, people gotta conform to you because you at a higher level than most people.
You're right.
Well, there you
and
go.
I don't want to get with the lower levels.
You shouldn't change at all. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Intelligent as you is, they should conform to you, submit to you.
Okay. Cracking that whip.
Well,
going,
there you go,
Darnell. Talk that shit.
All
right, Darnell. I like that.
Darnell. We got
All
to let
right,
you go.
Darnell in Tuscaloosa.
He told Mimi she got evangelical Yodi.
You be good, Darnell.
I swear to God, I don't know what show Darnell be listening to, but he ain't never on topic.
I just need some of that kush Darnell be having. That's all I'm saying. That's some of that Tuscaloosa. That shit must be gangrene.
Darnell ain't playing in these streets. Okay?
But Darnell, he said what it was. He shot his shot.
Yes, he did.
I fuck with Darnell too.
I fucks with Darnell.
He make the show good when he call in.
Oh, he gonna find Mimi one day in these streets.
He gonna roll right up on
find
Mimi.
God,
but I ain't scared, Darnell. I ain't scared.
Oh, Lord.
Mimi just don't want to fall for fuck boy shit.
That's it.
Right. You don't want to be digmatized by someone who isn't good for you.
Right. That's it. I want to make sure I know the person. Then let's see the dick.
You know what I want to see? I want to see
that part.
I want to see the fuck girl fall in love with the fuck boy and accept it.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be hot. They probably have some good sex.
You know why? Because here's the thing. So many fuck girls think they're better than the fuck boy.
Truth. Like, well, we've talked about this before. Not knowing, like, your real... One of the problems with women nowadays is they don't actually know what their real value is.
Yeah,
their stock market value. So they're out here thinking they're better than the fuck boy.
Right. The way you think makes you a fuck girl. And you deserve what you get every time.
Fucked.
Right.
You deserve to get Superman.
Wide open.
Ooh.
Spread it out.
Bust it down.
Wow.
What?
So I'm going to come back.
Yes.
I took the music out because I didn't want y'all to get distracted.
Oh, shoot.
What women get wrong about relationships, about relating. Anything Disney has led you down the wrong path.
So true.
You understand? Anything Disney. Anything that is traditional, I believe.
Yeah, and that's when I find myself pushing
You
back.
ready?
Okay.
She didn't realize you were, like, redoing the questions, basically. She didn't realize.
I didn't realize. Go ahead.
But it's fine. I mean, you had a thought.
Okay, the
Go ahead.
Disney made me think. You know, that's whenever I find myself being a little Disney, I have to push back and say, you know what? Reality check yourself. Because you don't want to get, like Mimi said, digmatized by the wrong dick. You know?
Yeah, that should have you looking for it in the
So
middle
it's
of the
good
night.
not to fuck people when you meet them. Get to know them.
Listen.
Like, where you at, Dick?
Yes, exactly.
My dick radar's gone off. And I know you're over her house. Answer your phone, nigga.
No, that real one be having you like, I don't care who house you at. I'm going to be right there.
Yeah, oh, yeah, I know that too. But you be trying to figure out where the hell he's at.
Where James at?
But I feel like that's one thing we get way wrong.
So let me just say this. Unrealistic, using sarcastic and critical statements and gestures and facial expressions. That's some shit y'all get wrong in relationships.
True. The eye roll,
Like
the head
going
nod.
Eye rolling, head,
The
neck,
fingers.
all that shit. Because again, that shit y'all do with each other, and y'all think that's some shit you could do with your man.
Yeah, no, don't do
Right.
that.
That's wrong.
That's how you gonna fuck up a relationship quick.
Oh, yeah.
We talk about this often. Seeking fulfillment from one person and projecting your unhappiness onto him with the expectation of him delivering happiness to you. Having unrealistic expectations, big problem. Using words to hurt, maim, and destroy.
Like your little ass dick, nigga.
I never liked your mama. That bitch
You never
can't
did?
cook.
Hey, Phil, let's get the phone lines is cracking. What do women do to fuck up their relationship? Caller, you're on the line. What's your name and where you calling from? What's up, baby? You just talking?
To the other person, they're probably
talking to another person on the line.
You guys made friends? It's cool. What's your name and where you calling from?
My name is Brenda. I'm calling from Philly.
Brenda from Philly, the city of brotherly love. What's happening?
Hi, Brenda.
Hey, Brenda.
Hi. I'm sitting at home listening to you on YouTube. Like, they're just so on point with the topic right now
Yeah?
for everything.
Well, I'm glad we could get something right. Most of us are fuck ups, but it's fine.
Yeah. I like to fuck up.
I know me personally, I knew I was stepping into a bad situation, but I chose to keep moving forward with it. And I guess I do know why, but I just don't understand why I didn't do it.
Say more. You don't understand why you chose not to fuck with fuckery.
Yes.
Can we talk about your internal fuckery for a moment?
Please.
What makes you a fuck girl?
Ooh.
Just give me 2 flaws in your character that would qualify you as a fuck girl who would make the choice to fuck with a fuck boy.
I feel like I'm an enabler, and I want to help other people solve their problems before I solve my own.
I love it. I love it. Solving other people's problems so you don't have to solve your own.
Yeah, it kind of makes me feel vindicated to a certain extent, but then when I see that it's not appreciated, I get upset and angry because of all the time and effort put in.
When was the last time you said this shit out loud?
I'm not sure.
Do you see? Say more or get more off your chest. Get more out of your spirit without judgment. Say it. Say it.
I'm trying to figure out how to step away from it and just focus on me to resolve my issues, because I did buy your book online,
Hey.
but I want to get the paperback as well. And it's I can't force myself, though, to go through the process of reading the book and working through the exercises.
No, see, here's the thing. There's apathy.
Yep.
There's apathy. There's fear. There's judgment. There's procrastination. And
I agree.
And because those exercises say, guess what you're going to find. And you know what you're going to find, so you ain't got to guess. Because here,
That's true.
see, this is what motherfuckers really don't want to find when it comes to unraveling the flaws and the knots within their own spirit. They don't want to find acceptance. This is who I am.
Right.
That makes sense?
Is it the fear of it then? Because I want to find it. Is it the fear of just taking the steps and the motions to move towards it?
It's that, but it's also coming to the understanding of once you get to the meat of it. Do you know, Listen, do you know how hard it is for a mother to come to the understanding that she's a fucked up mother?
It's hard.
Right. Do you know how hard it is for a person to come to the understanding that they lack morals, they lack ethics, and that ultimately they're a fucked up person?
Whoa.
Do you know?
I know it's hard for people to do it because I'm in the process of getting ready to go through a divorce because
Here we go. Here we come. Let's get it all out. Let's get it out.
my husband said exactly the things that you were saying on your show about me and my mother sisters demasculating men. And
Okay, so before you even go any further, do you do it or don't you?
I know in the end of the relationship, I wholeheartedly did. In the beginning, I initially tried to allow him to lead, but he was not taking the steps or the efforts to do that.
So let's go back. Listen to your words. I initially tried to allow him to lead. Is that allowing him to lead?
Allow.
In my brain, it was.
But,
I see where you're coming from.
But is
I
it?
thought I was.
But do you see? Do you see how ego sometimes hijacks the spiritual purpose of why you're in the relationship?
Yeah. But, I give him a chance after chance to make the decision and move forward. And when you don't see someone acting upon it.
Ma'am, you don't give him the chance. It's not yours to give.
Right.
You just be.
So how does it work then? Because
there's the question.
I sit and I wait, and when I see no results or no initiative.
So ask yourself a question: is your relationship transactional? Is it outcome based?
Right.
Is it result driven? Are these questions have you ever asked these questions?
I don't know if I've said it in that form, but I thought that I was doing those actions.
Do you see how a transactional society turns you into a transactional person who looks for outcomes in order to be happy?
Right.
I do.
Do you see? Then the onus is on him to deliver. You're married to a man, not a FedEx. Not a UPS nigga, not a postal worker. He's not supposed to deliver all the time. Sometimes the delivery is based on your perception. You shift your perception, you deliver unto yourself what you're seeking.
I think I've worked on that also. Like, the person that I'm with, not for long, is unable to keep a job. So I figure if you can't keep a job, it's time for us to figure out what you can do so that you can work for yourself.
What if it's pottery?
Say it again.
What if it's... Listen, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny, but what I'm trying to point out is you've got to upgrade the thought process from post-80s
Right.
to 20-teens. Do you know the latest report that says by 2050, blacks will be worth 0 in America? Did you hear? By 2020, 95% of workable jobs will be automated.
Yep.
So it's like we got expectations of niggas to do certain things when the world is changing under our feet and we still here with old ass ideas about how we should. Okay, I'm sorry, we're late. We have to go. Damn
Okay.
it. You should have called us.
I was trying to. I really was trying to get in sooner to talk to you.
Girl, I love you for calling in tonight. This was a beautiful show. We appreciate you for sharing. Damn it, when we come back, we're going to do this shit again. We're going to do it again.
I
I swear
need to call.
before.
I have so many different angles.
Thank you so much for the call. We appreciate everybody who called in. Tonight's show was a hot monkey lava love fest. I thank you guys for bearing with us on the technical side of the game. We appreciate it. Zoe Williams, the voice of reason.